Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the Friendship and Violence Gaming channel. This is my third time recording this because my video keeps fucking up. So, you know, fingers crossed if this makes it to a video, because I don't even know. Today we are playing TravellersRest and we are talking almost exclusively about employees. That's right, employees. Something that every inn is going to need at some point. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. It's up to you. You decide. So let's start off by going outside. Come out to your board where the employee hire staff is. As you can see, I've already hired a couple staff members just to show you a thing or two about them. Every employee comes with a positive trait and a negative trait. Some employees come with two. I know. Amazing, right? The more you level up, the more reputation you get, and the higher your level for a tavern is, the better your employees are that you're going to be able to hire. They'll either start with higher level of abilities, or they will just have more positive traits. I think it maxes out at 3. You'll always probably have a negative trait, though. It's unfortunate. Another thing you're going to really want to pay attention to in this screen is the cost for your employee. There are some abilities that actually make your cost lower for an employee, and then there are some that actually increase your cost. One of the main things you're going to want to pay attention to is you never really want the infamous trait. It's a personal preference of mine, so I mean, take that with a grain of salt, but having less customers means you are selling less food or drinks, which means less money, which I think we all know is not a good thing. There is a trait, however, that's positive that increases how many people come in, and that's one that you would, if you find it, you would probably want to grab right away. The other traits you can look through and you can figure out what you'd like for yourself. There are some that are really good, like this one here, which is a plus 6% price for every product served after 4 p.m., which could be really good. All of the different perks do stack. So for example, a night owl, and then this one that increases non-alcoholic beverages will stack. However, the stacking potential of like 2 different employees with night owl apparently doesn't stack. There have been some posts on Reddit where people have broken down the math and haven't really found an increase. So again, I'm not like a math whiz, so you can figure that one out for yourself. If you want them, go for it. If you don't do it. There are also some perks that are really nice, like this one, which allow you to pull from a tap without actually using up what's in it, which means that if you have alcohol and you only have like 20 beers, you can actually maybe get like 20, 22, you know, who knows, maybe you'll do a little bit better. Last but not least, I should probably show you that until you get to reputation level 7 and you start actually renting out rooms, you cannot actually get the 4th option, which is the housekeeper. At some point I will do a video on housekeeping and also your rooms, so that'll be probably in that video. One of the main things I try and warn people about is when you first start with your tavern and you're at level 6, it might not be the best idea to hire any staff. These tables here are not enough. You will not be selling enough products to actually be making the money back from your employees. So it might be a viable solution for you to just, for a while, not actually hire anyone. However, if you really need to hire someone, there is an option if you go to the employee tab in your menu, I guess, whatever you want to call this. There are ways to actually make their salary less. For example, you can stop them from doing one of their tasks, which will lower their price, as you can see. Pretty good. Or you can go in here and actually lower how well their perk works. For example, this is an 8% increase, but I can drop it down to only a 4% increase, and that will lower his salary. The other thing you can look at from this tab is you can actually set any of them to not working. So for example, if you were going to be in your tavern and actually working the bar, you could just send your bartender home for the day. It's a completely viable option. Let's let the room fill up a little bit. Just want to show you some of the other things that your employees do. For example, here is your waiter making rounds to the table, which is this service table option. If you never want them to actually do that, you can turn that off. It'll be a little bit harder. You'll have to actually walk the water down there yourselves, but it is an option. Another option is for the waiter cleaning. Unfortunately, as it is right now, there is no option to have cleaning for like tables and then cleaning for floor. Tables are really important. You really want him to be the one running around cleaning your tables. However, the floor is not as important. There is other options available. For example, this broom over here, which we will talk about in a new other episode. That'll be all about cleaning and keeping your tavern spick and span, as they say. But for now, it's kind of important just to let him do his own tables. As you can see, the little money that's appearing above their heads, that's your actual cut that they are getting for working for you. And while I did make some money, it's not clearly as much as it could be. Here he goes cleaning the table. It's very important. If you're going to be a bartender and you're going to be in here, you probably don't need that because you can always just clean the table at any point in time. So, honestly, the waiter is one of the ones that you could probably get rid of. You could also probably not do... You could probably do one of their jobs. If you wanted one person's job, you could probably do it. The bouncer is... As you can see, the bouncer is someone who will go and deal with customer complaints. He will try and make them just stay here, and if they don't, he will do the same thing with that big club that you saw and kick them out the same way you can with a broom. The other thing he does is stop people from going on breaks, which isn't really a necessary thing, so you can definitely turn that one off if you want to. I would highly recommend it. Last thing I'll show you in this video is the employees out on your board reset every 3 days. I think it's 3 to 4. So as soon as I get these people out here, I'll go forward in time and go ahead and show you that. And get all these guys out of our tavern real quick. If you don't have enough brooms, well, my waiter apparently is lazy and just wants to leave. Your waiter will clean up if your brooms are not doing the job. So let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Go ahead and sleep one more time. Now that should be, I think, day 3 for me from the day that I hired the employees. So I should be able to come out here and check on new employees in the rotation. Yeah, there you go. New employees. So one thing I want to let you know is if you fire your employee after the rotation has gone through, they are gone forever. There are 2 ways to do it. You can either click on a new one, or if you go into your employee tab, you can dismiss them from here as well. Go ahead and hire a new one. Now I have a new bartender, and if at any point in time I want to switch it up and go with a different one from this week's rotation, or this 3-day rotation, you can, and as you can see, she is right back to where she was. So if you ever want to experiment and maybe try out a different bartender, you can for that group of days. Let's see if we have any really good ones to look at. Not really. They're all pretty basic, pretty simple ones. Go ahead and look at them and explore and figure out which ones you really are interested in. For example, maybe you don't mind the floor getting more dirty, or maybe you want the floor to become less dirty. It's completely up to you. Alright, that should be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's shorter than my usual ones. I'm trying to play into the algorithm a little bit better for YouTube. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. I would be very appreciative of it. Until the next video, though, I love you. You have an amazing day.